On average, females score higher than males on measures of empathy, such as the empathy quotient, EQ, while males tend to score higher on the systemizing quotient, square. Both males and females with autistic spectrum disorders usually score lower on the EQ and higher on square. See below for more detail on autism and empathy. Other studies show no significant sex differences, and instead suggest that gender differences are the result of motivational differences, such as upholding stereotypes. Gender stereotypes about men and women can affect how they express emotions. The sex difference is small to moderate, somewhat inconsistent, and is often influenced by the person's motivations or social environment. Bosson et al. Say, physiological measures of emotion and studies that track people in their daily lives find no consistent sex differences in the experience of emotion, which suggests that women may amplify certain emotional expressions, or men may suppress them. However, a 2014 review from Neuroscience and Biobehavioral Reviews reported that there is evidence that sex differences in empathy have phylogenetic and ontogenetic roots in biology and are not merely cultural byproducts driven by socialization. A review published in Neuropsychologia found that females tended to be better at recognizing facial effects, expression processing, and emotions in general. Males tended to be better at recognizing specific behaviors such as anger, aggression, and threatening cues. A 2014 meta-analysis in Cognition and Emotion found a small female advantage in nonverbal emotional recognition. The 2014 Neuroscience and Biobehavioral Reviews analysis found sex differences in empathy from birth, growing larger with age, and consistent and stable across lifespan. Females, on average, had higher empathy than males, while children with higher empathy, regardless of gender, continue to be higher in empathy throughout development. Analysis of brain event-related potentials found that females who saw human suffering tended to have higher ERP waveforms than males. An investigation of N400 amplitudes found, on average, higher N400 in females in response to social situations which positively correlated with self-reported empathy. Structural fMRI studies also found females to have larger gray matter volumes in posterior inferior frontal and anterior inferior parietal cortex areas, which are correlated with mirror neurons in fMRI literature. Females also tended to have a stronger link between emotional and cognitive empathy. The researchers believe that the stability of these sex differences in development are unlikely to be explained by environmental influences but rather by human evolution and inheritance. Throughout prehistory, women were the primary nurturers and caretakers of children. So this might have led to an evolved neurological adaptation for women to be more aware and responsive to nonverbal expressions. According to the primary caretaker hypothesis, prehistoric men did not have such selective pressure as primary caretakers. This might explain modern-day sex differences in emotion recognition and empathy.